If you're going to pick up fresh green pine needles, then it's slightly different. You can get the green color from the fresh pine needles once they dry, but eventually over time, I've noticed that those fresh pine needles do end up turning brown. You'll get green for a couple years in your basket, and then they eventually do turn to brown. So that's something to consider if you're creating pine needle baskets with colorful designs. That color will fade. If you dye your needles, those colors will last a lot longer. If you harvest fresh pine needles that have dropped from a pine tree or fresh branches and you want to use those, then the process is slightly different. You aren't going to clean these right away. You need to lay these out on newspaper and allow the fresh pine needles to dry for about 3 weeks. This is to ensure that all of the moisture, that freshness, is dried out of the pine needles. It'll maintain that green color for a while, like I mentioned, but you need to have all that natural sap kind of dry out of the pine needles and have it be dry to start with so that the pine needle has shrunk. Because when they're fresh, they're larger, they're more hydrated, they're going to take up more space. Once that dries, it's going to shrink. And if you weave with fresh pine needles and you create your stitches, that's going to loosen up and you'll have a really loose, wobbly basket. Once they are dry, you can strip them off the branches and go through the same cleaning process we did for the brown needles.